This is Yahweh Hashem Yoshai, Hashem Kakodash, Nasi double honors to the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutation to all the brothers, Yakiyams, pushing us within all truth and sincerity. This is the bar from Trinidad, East Camp here to do another video, alright, for edification. I was now going through 1 Corinthians 11, so like, let's bear the noise, please, Akiyam, these kids on them up. So they're outside. I know that place I could go and already do the video right now, right? Yeah. Right, as I was going through the video, 1 Corinthians 11:20. Yeah. Right, 1 Corinthians. Hey, I don't tell about the noise. I don't talk about the noise. Quiet, please. Yeah. Right, so like, yeah. So as I was going through this, I was trying to look at it as, I'm trying to really look at the scriptures, understand, asking for understanding. Right, when you talk about verse 24, 1 Corinthians 11:24, he said, when he had given thanks, he broke it and said, take, eat. This is my body, which is broken for you. This do in remembrance of me. Right, that's going to the Passover. Right, he say, after the same manner also he took the cup when he had supped, saying, this cup is a New Testament in my blood. This do ye as often as you drink it in remembrance of me. Right, he say, for as often as you eat this bread and drink this cup, ye do show the Lord's death till he come. You understand? Now, this is really, we do this, it's like every day. Not that's for one Passover. But then actually, we really take this. This is a serious walk, right? It's a very, very serious walk. When you go down to it, verse 26, right? He say, for as often as you eat this bread and drink this cup, you do show the Lord's death till he come. Verse 27 now, we say, wherefore whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord. Right, so we know, right? We know that when you talk about this body, I get it here, these I believe 1 Corinthians 3. 1 Corinthians 3 verse 3 verse 9. You see, for we are laborers together with the Most High. Ye are the Most High's husbandry, ye are the Most High's building. Right? We is the Most High building now, boy. Now that all are going into the body. Right? That going into the bodily. You say we are the Most High's building. Right? That why when you talk about that, hey Azrael, don't do that, boy. Yeah, when we talk about with different gifts, I believe I am 1 Corinthians 12, boy. 1 Corinthians 12 now, boy. Alright, we're going to 1 Corinthians 12 verse 4. You say now there are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit, and there are differences of administrations, but the same Lord. Right, so that's talking about it are different gifts now, boy. You understand? When they go down to verse 9 or from 8, for to one is given by the Spirit the word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge by the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, to another the gifts of healing by the same Spirit, to another the working of miracles, to another prophecy, to another discerning of spirits, to another diverse kinds of tongues, to another interpretation of tongues. Hey, all go inside now. Go inside now. Right? Yeah. You see, verse 12. Right? I'm going to finish it. But verse 11. But all these worketh that one and the same Spirit dividing to every man severally as he will. Most High will, give to every man a different gift. So here, for as the body is one, and had many members, and all the members of that one body, being many, are one body, so also is Mashiach. Right? Verse 13, for by one Spirit are we all baptized into one body. You understand? So, jump to verse 14. Right? But let's get to the point now. So, he's trying to show here in verse 12 here, for the body is one, and had many members now, boy. Right? 14, for the body is not one member, but many. If the foot shall say, because I am not the hand, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? Verse 16, and if the ear shall say, because I am not the eye, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? If the whole body were an eye, where would the hearing? Where would the hearing? If the body were hearing, where would the smelling? You understand? So, I should understand a point. You understand? No, verse 18, but now had the Most High set the members, every one of them in the body, as it had pleased him. Right? Understand that? You understand? It pleased him Most High how he set it up. Right? So he set all things. He set up the body, so different offices. Right? This is what we need to understand too. Right? Fitly joined together, right? Ephesians 4:16, right? You say, from whom the whole body fitly joined together, right, and compacted by that which every joint supplieth, right? Every joint supplied, every joint putting the own work. Then every joint supply, bring in, everyone had a different office to bring in, do the own work to build the body, right? Right, which every joint supplied according to the effectual working in a measure of every part. Effectual working, right? Making an increase of the body unto the edifying of itself in love, right? So, the body, like you say, iron sharpeneth iron, right? So, we all together is the body of Mashiach. You understand? We here. We is the body of Mashiach, right? So, we have to understand that, right? That our body fitly joined together. Now, going back to the Corinthians, right? So, we say here now, right? So, you say, wherefore, whosoever, to verse 27, wherefore, whosoever shall eat of this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord. But that is not just one day, right? That is not one day, because going into, I'm going to finish verse 28, but let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup, right? We're going to, we talk about unworthily now, boy. Precept now slip, I'm read it over. He say, wherefore whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the body and the blood of the Lord. Right? Yeah, now get it. These not 1 Corinthians, not 1 Corinthians 9:16, so I could find it. 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians 5:11. You say, verse 10. He say, for we must all appear before the judgment seat of Mashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he had done, whether it be good or bad. So everybody had to appear before Mashiach, Yahushai, right? Everybody had to appear before Mashiach to receive everything done in his body. So going back to this Passover now, we taking part, and we walking with the Lord. The Lord walking with us. We walking that walk, that straight and narrow, and the Lord with us. But you have to do it worthily. That's why I think I can't remember if it's John, right? We talk about he that climate in another way is a thief and a robber. The same as a robber and a thief. Or a thief and a robber, yeah. Right? And we try to enter the sheepfold a different way. And the way to enter in that sheepfold is obeying Lord's statutes and commandments. That's part of the ordinances. That the oracles, like apartheid. You understand? Have that faith in Yahushai. But also you have to do. You understand? Those of them to go and preach. Go on and bid them to the marriage. Go and bid them to the wedding. You understand? Go and preach on the highways and byways. Yahushai say go and teach them. You understand? Do the work of an evangelist. So, you have to study that the order, you have to keep the commandments, that an apartheid, fast and all these things. That is the way. Right? You cannot allow it again here. Right? He said, verse 11, he said, knowing therefore the terror of the Lord we persuade men, but we are made manifest unto the Most High, and I trust also are made manifest in your conscience. So, hey, we know the terror of the Lord. So when we eat that bread and drink that cup unwittingly, it's not just for that one Passover and then it's done. Because when you realize when you do shit, like say, start to go off along the way, after Passover, before the next Passover come back in, things that's happened to you. You understand? Here is a place of judgment. When they start to go off and you see brothers, men who get kicked out, men start to get reprobate. What happened? That they didn't do that, they didn't do shit from this Passover alone. It's serious a Passover, that all these things will come back up and check themselves before Passover and make amends for what they do. But it's all through the life, all through the time that they walk in this walk. You understand? All through the time trying to enter into the sheepfold. They walk in the straight and narrow. Right? I am Sirach, Salakia 2nd Esdras. I believe 7, we talk about that one straight path to walk. Fire was on the right and water on the left. You understand? There could only one man go through at once. Roughly paraphrasing. Right? So, it's all through the time. Or while you're walking your walk, you're examining yourself. While you're walking your walk is you're examining yourself. Because you know what? You're in danger. It's not as for Passover. Right? It's not as Passover. You've been on woody, you can't be on woody only for Passover. You understand? That's why you see verse 20 in Corinthians, you say, but let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup. For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Lord's body. So, not discerning. You understand? To be able to notice or to be able to point out, the Lord's body. And who is the Lord's body? We are the Lord's body. Right? What you see, boy? Offend. Right, Matthew 18:6. He said, but whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, right, that will go back into us. I'll go back to us. It were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. You understand? That here what's going on? Busy body, a Mashiach. Right? So whosoever offend any one of us, you understand? And offense is not going to only come by 2/3. You understand? They're not only going to come by the 2/3. This word is really for among the elect to live the word. We don't know the 2/3 already ordained that they who did to death, sword for the sword. So they're not really going to try to live on for this word. It's really us. You understand? So these are we have to be mindful of. You understand? So men go and offend other brothers. You understand? These are we have to understand. Right? So, hey, drinking this cup and partaking on Passover is every day of our life. Because we no more representing ourselves. Let me get that quick. I believe I can with her. No. Second Corinthians 5:15, yes. He say, and that he died for all, that they which live should not henceforth live unto themselves, but unto him which died for them and rose again. So you know what? Hey, we not living for ourselves again, so we take part in this Passover. You understand? We eat that bread, we drink that wine, that blood, eat that body, drink that blood. We we cross and bearing it now. You understand? We accepted. That was like, hey, that confirm, yes. You accepted it, you take part, you agree to. You understand? To walk this, you agree to go through the trials and the afflictions. You understand? And you agree to go through what was said before you. You understand? Because we know That's why you say, "Well, man, examine yourself first." You understand? So you examine yourself, you realize, hey, all right, I'm ready for this. So when you make the decision not to follow, to follow your Hashem, shy, and take part in that, you know what? Hey, you have to be mindful of all these things. It's not just only Passover day. It's from every day of your life from now on. You understand? Zara, inside, please. Yeah. So we have to be mindful of that. You have to be real mindful of that. Right? That is that a man really examine himself, because that's not just one day and it's over with. You understand? You have to work every day of your life trying to serve your Hashem and shine. Right? That is no we there for the terror, the Lord, we persuade men. We have to go out and do the Lord's work. Right? These Revelation 3 verse 20. He say, behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and sup with him and he with me. So it's not already Yahushua in us. And so just like we say, if you see, ask somebody, Father, Peter, and have I been so long, if you paraphrasing, have I been so long with you and you haven't seen the Father? When you see me, you see the Father. I do the things that please the Father, and likewise we do the things that please the Lord. You understand? So when you see us, you're supposed to see Yahushua. You understand? Not physical appearance, but you know what? By the things we do the Lord's will and not our own will. So when you see us, you see Yahushua, you see the things he do, the things he stand for. That's why you say, what way? If I can find a precept, yes, we say, sent them into the world. John 17:18. He says, as thou hast sent me into the world, even so have I also sent them into the world. You understand? So, hey, we go into the world through Israel. You understand? On behalf of Yahushua, doing Yahushua will, just like he did his father's will. You know? So he sent us into the world to represent him. So when he say you come in and sup with us, you understand, it's by us. When a man, because when the scriptures talk about, the scripture tell you, if a man do accept, I can't remember, roughly paraphrasing, if a man do accept Yahushua, something like, he said, don't bid him Godspeed now, boy. Or if you don't want to accept it, that's dust your foot off. Something like that, dust your feet off and leave and go to the next town too. So it's like, hey, is Yahushua the rebuking, the refusing? Not us, God. We ain't talking about ourselves. We ain't bringing this doctrine of ourselves. It's the Lord. We represent him. I say all praises and glory unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, not our own selves. So you know what? If they don't accept, when they accept us, they accept in the Lord. Because we can't save nobody. You understand? We can't save nobody. So that man have to be humble and be mindful how we do this Lord work, the Lord work. Because you know what? It's a serious thing. That's why I say examine yourself. Because this is death. This is life and death here. This is no game. This is life and death here. So we have to be mindful of that. You understand? This is life and death. So we have to really be cautious by the things we do, what we say. You understand? How we deal. You understand? How we deal with people. So that I try to say, try to extend mercy as much as possible. You understand? We're waiting for the Lord to come to deliver us. So that show you how shy till he come. To the best of your ability. I say as much as light in you, live peaceably with all men as much as. You understand? We ain't called it to live our own life. Nah, it's nothing like that. That going right out the door. For the time we accept Yahushua, hey, we forget ourselves. You understand? That way, if a man will lose his life, for the Lord's sake, he will find it. Not here, but that kingdom is just to come. When the Lord come back. You understand? Not on this place where much and rust corrupt, with thieves break through and steal. Not here. But in that which is to come, which was promised. You understand? So it's just understand what the word of the Lord is. And know that this area, this Passover, this Lord's body and his blood is just not as one day. but every day of our lives. You understand? Every day. Because when you say for as often, verse 26 in the Corinthians, right? In the First Corinthians 11, when you say in verse 26, you say, for as often as you eat this bread and drink this cup, you do show the Lord's death till he come. But you know what? And he say, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word which proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High. So, hey, that's what the scriptures. You understand? When you talk about the drink and all, you say, out of your belly, if I can't remember, out of your belly go flow rivers of living water. You understand? This word, in Revelation, only Most High, he say, he voices of many waters. So when the elders are teaching and speaking and bringing out the breakdowns and giving us the breakdowns and feeding us, right? Like many waters. You understand? And the Lord used them. The Lord using us. You understand? You know, hearing the Lord's voice. We can't hear the Lord's voice and stand. We can't hear that. We had an example already that with Moses back then. You understand? So, hey, be mindful. Every day of our life is eating and taking part in this Passover every day. You understand? We had our one particular day, you know, but every day after, it don't stop. You understand? It don't stop. So, brothers, you know, try to be mindful of that. That's how serious this thing is. Anything you eat and drink unworthily, like every day of your life. You know? You could, it's judgment there. How everything be recorded. You understand? Like you say, everything a man will receive reward done, good or bad, you know, the things done in his body. You understand? So, like to already examine yourselves. Right? So, you know, I hope this lesson was edifying. I give all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yoshai, Hashem Kakadash, so double honors to the elders of great ministry that will well, and salutation to the brothers that pushing us truth in all this word and all truth and sincerity. Right? Shalom Akim.